What's up, YouTube? The Pipe Professor here. Hope everyone's been doing well. Coming at you today or tonight with another viewer's choice coming up. But got a couple things I want to talk about in this video. Before we get going, housekeeping. I am smoking an interesting cob here. This is a Pony Express, but you will note that it has a longer stem, amber stem here, than what normally comes on a Pony Express pipe, and the dowel here is a little bit longer too. If you visit aristocob.com, Scott from aristocob.com offers a unique combo of the Pony Express cob, which is a smaller kind of cob with the longer stem, and it's made after the Savinelli's Bing's favorite, after Bing Crosby, and he calls this a Cobsby. So it's kind of a mix between the Savinelli's Bing and the a corn cob Pony Express. Really neat concept. It's a great smoking pipe. I love this shape. It's light. It's fun. It's just a fun pipe. In it, I am smoking some Mac Baren HH Vintage Syrian. For those of you that don't know, Mac Baren came out with a statement saying that what's on the market is it. That's all they have left. So once it's gone, it's gone. So like your McClellan blends, Mac Baren Vintage Syrian, not all their blends, just the HH Vintage Syrian. Once it's gone for good. There's not going to be any more produced. So if that's something you like or something you're interested in, you need to jump in now because I would say by the middle of May it'll all be gone easily. So, but it is available right now most online retailers. So it's good tobacco. It's English, so if you're not an English smoker, it's Latakia Oriental heavy. So don't mess with it if you don't like English blends. All right. Hey, buddy. Little boy's over there at the door. Hey, guy. Had a good dinner tonight. Talk about this real quick. I was online on YouTube playing around, and I found some barbecue pitmaster channel, and I happened to come across a recipe for a bourbon bacon burger glaze. And so it was quite simple to make. A whole slab of bacon, an entire onion, some bourbon, some brown sugar, apple cider vinegar, kind of let it caramelize. Put that, I patted out some big old half-pound burgers tonight, put it on top with some pepper jack cheese and an onion bun roll. Man, it was great. Great meal. But if you're a burger lover, I love a good hamburger. It's the way to go. But that's not the point of this video, if there is a point. The point of this video is there's two things. First of all, it's a viewer's choice. I'd like to do another viewer's choice. So for those of you that participated last time, thank you. Derek Tant is the one who actually came up with this idea. But I am stealing it from him. But it's really fun to do. So I encourage other people to kind of jump in and try it too. I'm going to show you two blends. And I would like for you all to pick which blend I open and review right here on YouTube. So I will pop the top. I've never had either of these blends. Both of them are Cornell and Diehl this time. So the brand is the same, but they're two very different blends. Both relatively new to the market, so it'd be interesting to see. But I would like for you, if you don't care, just to leave a comment down below and pick one of the two blends I'm going to show in just a second. Which one you'd like me to open and smoke and review right here on YouTube. So let's look at the two blends. The first is created off of the Cthulhu. Can't think of the author right now. Like totally just went blank. Arkham Horror does all that. Miskatonic University. Lovecraft. H.P. Lovecraft. That's who it is. very, very unique author. Actually didn't even get famous till really after his death. Really, if you don't like sci-fi, mystery, gore kind of stuff, it's not for you. But H.P. Lovecraft certainly has his place in history of literature. So the first choice is going to be Cornell and Diehl's Mad Fiddler Flake. I picked a tin of this up. I have not opened it yet, though. I have not smoked any of it, so that'd be choice number one. So if you want me to open and smoke and review Mad Fiddler Flake, vote for it down below in the comments. The second is a Cornell and Diehl blend. It is new to the market. The idea is not new, but this specific blend is recent or new, and that's going to be Cornell and Diehl's Burley Flake number 5. Now, I have had Burley Flake number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Number 4 is my favorite. I think that's the one with a little bit of Latakia in it. That one's my favorite by far. Whichever one has the Latakia, most of it in mixture. But Burley Flake number 5 came out, I think, earlier this year from Cornell and Diehl, and so it's relatively new. I haven't heard a lot about it or seen a lot about it online, so if you'd like me to review this one, go ahead and put a comment down below for Burley Flake number 5. So again, options are Cornell and Diehl's Mad Fiddler Flake or the Burley Flake number 5. So leave a comment, whichever one gets the most votes from you all in the YouTube Pipe community. That's the one that I will open, pop the top right here on camera, and do a review, similar to the Westminster that I did last time. My kid just locked me out of the house, I think. At least I got a pipe, all right? Figure out how to get in later. All right. Last thing I want to talk about is it's kind of a book review. It's not a book review. It's something that's come up in a book that I recently finished. A topic, and I was kind of interested because obviously me, you, I, and people watching, we use social media or this outlet of media to communicate with one another. And it's something that the author talks about in the book. It's not what the book's about, but I just recently finished this book, Everybody Lies by Seth Stephens-Davowitz. It's called Big Data, New Data, and What the Internet Can Let us know about who we really are. Can tell us about who we really are. So if you don't like research, you don't like data and statistics and things of that nature, this book's not for you, so don't read it. If you're easily offended, this book's not for you, because he does talk about using Google search to make predictions and assumptions, things of that nature. In fact, he has proof from Google search, which, by the way, you can go to Google and ask for any search data. Now, the search data is not specific to like an individual or a computer, but demographically you can access big data essentially from Google or Google searches that people are conducting. So, for example, here in the state of Kentucky, we could Google and see what percentage of people in Kentucky or a region of the state. We could not get down to someone's single computer, which is part of the point he's making, is that when people are sitting at home Googling things, they're much more open and will learn more about who they really are and their true personality, because they're behind their computer. Nobody knows who they are. They're safe, right? Versus if we submitted or had people take a survey regarding something, activity or something like that, they may not be as honest or open about that. So it's just really interesting. But one of the things he gets into is that social media, for example, Facebook. People on Facebook or people who use social media typically make themselves seem better or like their life is better than what it truly may be or truly is. And, you know, I think I knew that was true. I mean, who goes on Facebook and says, well, people do, but who goes on Facebook and taunts about their shitty day they had, right? Now, people complain, obviously, on Facebook. Believe me, I've seen it. I know lots of people who do. But for the most part, generally, people are always, showing pictures of their kids, their vacation. They just got done with a workout, and, they're like, oh, look at me, I just ran 3 miles, and I did it in less than 9-minute mile. Woohoo, okay? Now, the point here is that people want to give the perception to their audience or to the people who follow them or watch them or whatever it may be that they're happy, they're joyous, their life is great and good, and that's not a bad thing, okay? Don't get me wrong, that's not a bad thing. But is it a true depiction of who we are and what we do? Because most people, and I fall into this category too, some days their marriage is miserable. In fact, I'd argue most days your marriage, you have to work on it, right? It's hard. It's not easy. Your kids are yelling and screaming. Your house is a wreck. You got toys and laundry and dishes and life's not all great and peachy like we want to perceive it to be all the time. So this led me to think our interaction here through YouTube, none of you know me outside of this little box or screen. Well, few of you do, outside of this box or screen that you watch here. And it's the same for me watching you, because I watch a lot of people and I follow a lot of people on YouTube in the YouTube Pipe community. But is that who we really are, who you're seeing right now in this picture? Is this really me? I try to be honest with you as much as I can. I don't want to give away too much personal information on the internet, right? But I'd like to think that I'm pretty much who I am, who you're seeing. If we were having a conversation, you were sitting here next to me or across from me, not going to be much different than, how I interact with you digitally, I suppose. But do we unintentionally, or how many people out there in our community give the perception that maybe isn't totally accurate to who they are and what they do and how they typically act? So just the book kind of got me thinking in that direction regarding what we do here with the YouTube Pipe community. Not a big deal, but just something interesting, something to pontificate, something to think about. So, all right, well, I won't keep you. If you like to have your thinking pushed, or you're a nonfiction reader who likes data and statistics and research and methodology, that you pick the book up. It's well written. It's an easy read. You don't have to be a statistics guru to get through it. Makes some interesting points. But like I said, if you're easily offended, he does talk about pornography, and he talks about some of the election and racism and things that tend to be iffy subjects for some people. So if you're easily offended, I wouldn't suggest the book. But all right, I think that's it. New mystery tobacco review was posted up on the Pipe Professor website, so go to thepipeprofessor.com, check that out. It was an interesting mystery review this last time because it was an aged tobacco and a unique tobacco, and the consensus between the 3 panelists was mixed, so it's kind of unique. But visit thepipeprofessor.com and check that out. And going to be recording another or more podcast here coming up soon too, so be on the lookout for that. New kiddos just kind of got me behind. Semester got kind of ramped up there. Just got busy. So, all right. Thanks for watching. Hope everyone's doing well. Till next time. See you on down the road. Cheers.